Hello, dear listeners, and thank you for joining us on Curl Up and Dice, Calamity of the 100, a brand new homebrew world designed by our very own DM, Itza. This is Charlie, otherwise known as Pinky, your favorite kobold artificer. As this is a brand new D&D podcast, we rely heavily on your support. We broadcast weekly, live on Twitch at 6:30 p.m. EDT, and you can find all of our previous episodes on YouTube by searching Curl Up and Dice, where we publish our edited episodes a week later. You can also find the link to our Twitch channel on YouTube, as well as our Discord, where you can send us feedback, suggestions, participate in our Players Secret system, and engage with the cast in the general chat. So please like, follow, share, and subscribe on whichever platform you're watching or listening on. It would mean a lot and help get the word out there to others who might not know about us yet. Now, enough of that. Let's get on with the show.
Welcome back to Curl Up and Dice. As per usual, I am George. I'm also Sleevington. I am playing Milo, who's about to get maybe his ass kicked in this combat. James, take it away.
I am playing Rusty, who will at least be the sole survivor if no one else survives. Charlie?
I am playing Pinky, the Artificer Kobold. Very nervous about this combat. How about you?
I'm Mark. I'm playing Scud, the Sorcerer Warlock. I'm not sure about this combat because I have no idea what we're going to be fighting, but I can guarantee that it'll be Scud who survives, not Rusty.
No, I'll be fine, don't worry.
And, well, the only one who does know what we're going to be fighting is Itza, our DM.
While everyone else bleeds off steam and I get chugging, welcome everybody to this week of
Calamity of the 100.
as we join everyone for episode 8, Unto the Plane of the Hateful Sun, as the party join themselves and the sun in a strange place, a place where the drow dwell in, and where one of the party's relatives might come, one Rosy, a relative of Rusty. As we begin, we look back to the previous week in another plane, back to the prime material. Several days ago, the party finished their rest in the Calamity fort as they began to go over what resources they would need for one of their expeditions. They had to find Rusty's sister, Rosy, for several reasons. One, she had stolen all of the 100's magical equipment. Two, it was Rusty's sister. And three, she seemed to hold one of the mark of the 100. It might prove useful in the future. Not knowing where else to start, the party agreed that this might be the best spot to begin in. Deciding to go into town, the lion's share of the party made their way into the town, pressing to the nearest place where they all used to live, at least in better times. As they made their way to the town of Ezert, they were joined by nearly everyone apart from Pinky, who malingered to begin his construction of a magical construct that would aid him in the future. All the while, Lucia agreed to help search for Rosy with her magics. Leaving town, the party returned to the town. Leaving the Calamity fort, they returned to the town of Azart, where they met with the mayor. There, they managed to get the charges dropped on Scud and elicit a reward for themselves, passing off the blame for the attacks leveled on the town that totally wasn't Rusty setting things on fire, on the troglodytes that of course done it. Returning to the fortress after shopping a while, the party concluded their activities by gathering all manner of things, especially a huge amount of gear and supplies for Pinky. As they returned to the fortress, they found Pinky hard at work, having just finished creating a magical construct that seemed to have some sort of cannon affixed to it. At the same time, Lucia had finished her scrying magic and deduced that Rosy might be in another plane, pointing to a nearby portal that only appeared to open on certain dates when the stars aligned. Deciding that now was a good time to leave, especially considering that the next alignment would be in a week or two, Rusty took affirmative action and pushed the party into moving it along, as they seemed to be more content with dwelling. With everyone gathered, the party quickly set off, teleporting away with the help of Lucia to the Archstones. There they had more teleporting, all this time through planes. As they fizzled through, they came to the barren landscape of the plane of the Hateful Sun. Mars-like in its appearance, although oxygen was included this time. They found little lingered there, apart from recent tracks. Scanning over them, they deduced that Rosy had come through here and had met with someone. All the while they were doing this, the locals seemed to come in to check things out. Unfortunately for the party, the locals appeared to be horribly malformed and deformed beings. Deciding it was not a good idea to stay around, especially since the sun was closing in on them, the party quickly made a beeline for the gate. But taking slightly too long, the rays of the sun touched upon their flesh, and the party was made to suffer some of the ill effects. Thankfully, as everyone came through, no one had been too badly hit until they realized Pinky had gotten a bit more of the dose of the sun, and his body was not acting as well as it might. Shaking Pinky off from his malaise, they looked through several other portals in this large cavern. Peering about, they found that these portals seemed to lead to other places on the plane, although all of them led to places of a less desirable nature, finding them to be infested with more of the acolytes of the Hateful Sun. Large mounds of mincemeat and flesh with wriggling tendrils. In the end, they decided to proceed through the caverns instead of taking their chances with any of those things. As they came up upon a gatehouse, they discovered the place had been ransacked, overrun in an assault that occurred not too long ago. Coming up to it, they weren't as quiet as they could have been, pressing down a rusty gate that had been smashed off its hinges. They proceeded through, where they found they were not alone, as undead things crept ahead. And that is where we joined the party.
Now, before we start, as I'm reading through this aura of mutation thing, I've just noticed that you had asked us to make a charisma saving throw, but in the description it allows us to make a charisma or constitution saving throw, in which case I would have picked constitution as I have a modifier for that, and I would have passed.
There you go. Yeah, you passed. Continue on.
Thank God.
Actually herself out of a trap. Yes.
The consequences sucked. Honestly, they sucked.
Yeah, you're all pretty bad on the madness table.
Yeah.
Last week. As
Thank
our chat fumbles around with the emotes, let us begin the combat ahead, as the party have, irregardless, you can't do them actually this, you walked straight into these guys, as you were not the quietest coming up to the staircase. With that said, we can begin our fight ahead. As you hear the grumbling growl of the undead, you hear a strange shrieking noise, followed by a gurgle. You hear something from deeper up into the ruined courtyard comes barreling around the corner as it dashes forward, rushing towards the party, as Rusty is unfortunately in front. Ooh. This reptile skeleton thing covered in smatterings of flesh. It looks dried and desiccated in the heat of this place. As you see, a total of two of them come rushing forward, barreling down the staircase towards the party. Yeah, they rush down the way, snarling all the way. They stagger down the staircase, some of them tumbling and falling somewhat as they open their gaping maws and project their spine-like tails to rise on hackles that only consist of bone. Milo, it is your go. They dash down the staircase, coming straight at a lot of you and your echo.
I mean, there's multiple things I can do.
Oh.
They do. He does still provoke attacks of opportunity. I will actually make an attack from my echo's location. I will move him. He doesn't get. Oh, in that case, maybe actually. No, never mind. Okay. I'll try to attack the one over here, and with my two-handed longsword, as you see me shift between the form of the demon and Milo himself, as you see sort of a shade of a giant. Well, it looks like a Viking essentially. 16 for 16.
16 hits as it cleaves down into its flesh. The zombie doesn't seem to even acknowledge that it's been hit as you destroy ribs and tear out desiccated organs.
I will unleash incarnation and attack again.
Mm-hmm. Just make a second attack as you use another use of your
12.
incarnation. That hits as you cleave down into it once more for another 9. Yeah, things are sturdily built as both blows come down into it solidly as it seems to eye your echo.
And then I will move Milo over here, I think, making it slightly more interesting to choose between me or Rusty.
Yeah. As you watch on, you see a zombie stagger around the corner, stumbling down the staircase towards you all.
I have a question. Does Sentinel work for my echo?
Yes, I do believe so.
Oh, could have had another.
But he uses all your reactions anyway on either one, so it doesn't really matter.
No.
Yeah, another zombie comes stumbling down the staircase. This one seems to be a drow covered in armor as it staggers down the staircase. It seemed to have been full plate at one time, although it's in terrible condition now. As you see, the woman's eyeless gaze stare at all of you, eyes burning green. That is the zombie.
Green. Are all their eyes green?
Yes.
Ooh.
From what you can tell. Scott, there's a lot of undead piling down the staircase as they seem to get the drop on the party. Milo's quick to react when everyone else seems startled.
Yeah, Scud panics a bit. His eyes kind of flash blue. He says some prayers to the passions, and he's going to cast Bless, level 1. Actually, no, we'll cast it at level 2, and then give everyone Bless.
Yeah, he casts Bless at level 2.
Yeah, so that's everyone, I think. Yeah. Yeah, and then I'm gonna, I don't know how, I'm gonna back up a little bit down here. I don't know what the contour lines are like. Is this a bit lower? Can I use my bonus action to kind of hide down here?
Yes, you can run down the staircase and hide down there.
Okay, I'll give you a stealth check just in case you need it.
You see one of the you see one of the dragons who, still having the morsel of a nose from the Drake guard's life, smells you as you see it eye you. As you do not manage to hide, unfortunately. That is Scud's go as he hunkers down beside the lip of the descent. Rusty, looking on. Well, Scud can get out of there, but you really can't. Not easily, anyway.
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry, I haven't got any level 2 spells yet. So that was at level 1. Rusty, you haven't got Bless.
Don't
Sorry.
do me. Yeah, no worries. I will risk an opportunity attack and step away from this guy.
We'll try and bite down at your leg. Misses.
Misses.
I will
snaps it open
Sentinel
there.
attack him as well.
Hell yeah.
15.
Yeah, all 3 of them turn to look at the versions of Milo as he rakes into another one.
Yeah, you see them both mirror each other's actions as they slam into it. Damn, still even wounded.
On that undead drow there, I'm gonna target with a mind sliver.
Yeah, that's another one, by the way, that you're attacking. So that one was fresh. You mind sliver the undead. It fails as you see it just shudder.
So that gives him
Someone else is clicking on it, not you.
Yeah, I tried to click on it and it came up with Scuds. I was like confused. So that gives them a negative 1d4 from their next saving throw. So bonus action, I'm going to summon a flaming sphere behind him and ram him in the butt.
Yeah, you summon a
I believe we
flame
have a
sphere.
token
It
for that.
bursts over, washing over them all. We just used a spell token. Yeah, as the flame roils over them. Let me change its color.
Yeah, have it sit there. You know how flaming spheres work. That's cool. So dex save on him with a minus d4.
Yeah, armored guy burns in his armor. Smoke begins to peel off the zombie. He doesn't seem to really notice. Just eyeing Milo. As say one thing, they have target fixation.
Hoping they're dumb enough that they won't care or realize what's going on with the fire. So, I'll take another couple of steps back, and that's my turn.
As Rusty the ghouls let out a snarl as they go. As some ghouls stagger forth, sniffing the air as they peer down the way. Both of them will dash, running to either side, getting somewhat out of the cover from you guys as they rush forward. Pinky, there's some more stuff coming as you see the fire in the staircase begins to burn into the multiple undead, as you see Milo try to hold them back, but that might not last too long. He's making himself a pretty big target.
Yeah, I will target the hound undead right next to the real Milo.
The Drake card.
Which of
Yes,
us is the real Milo? Sorry.
I'll do a Ray of Frost at it for 16.
That hits as cold freezes over it. As
For
part of
8
its face
cold damage.
cracks together.
And then I will...
Speed is reduced by 10 also.
Yes. I will order Conan, my little cannon, to move in front of me and blast a flamethrower attack. And I will aim it so that it encompasses both the undead and not Milo.
Yeah, you can do it like that.
Perfect.
Sure. So it'll be like that.
Here's my
I'll keep it off. to the side.
flamethrower. So
Yeah,
DC
flamethrower
13
sprays
dex.
Both of them fail as the fire sprays over them. They topple back as smoke plumes off them. They stagger
And they
back
take-
in flame.
11 fire damage. And I think that'll be my turn.
Yeah.
I might
This one
move
yeah.
maybe over here.
Yeah. This one turns to Conan and begins to
Yes.
swipe and bite at it. 24 and
Both hit.
21 as it bites into it and then smacks its tail atop it. Nearly
Piercing.
smashing it to pieces for 14 damage total.
14. Ooh. Conan is not looking great.
Yeah. Because Conan's tiny, it'll step on top of his square as it moves to here.
He's
Yeah.
small.
Oh, he's only small? He's not
Yes.
the tiny version. Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's fine. That is that. The other one will step over here and then attack Milo.
The incarnation.
Yeah, the incarnation.
Okay. That hits.
21 hits it as it disintegrates, disappearing. We'll just put him over here
Yeah.
until he's resummoned.
He's gotta come back real fast.
Yeah, you see it then with its burrow speed begin to tear through the stalactites like they're not even there as it rips them apart as it scrabbles down the slightly overgrown staircase as it whips its tail through the stalagmites at you, Milo. 17.
Doesn't hit.
I believe it. Yeah, it deflects off your shield.
Mm-hmm.
That is the undead drakes as you hear the clang of poor Pinky's machine being smashed up behind you. Thankfully, the one attack level that you misses, but they get your echo.
Mm-hmm. He focuses as you see him shift again, and I think it's stuck in the dynamic lives. As he reapparates, right over there. I think that's a good place. It's been real annoying, I think, for them. I will then try to attack that one One-handed, and I get to add a d4, I believe, for plus. Oh, for 11. Does that hit?
11 hits as you bring it down on top of it.
Yeah, I slam into it, and I will unleash again, because I can do that a couple more times. Try to hit
Remember,
it
these are
again.
long rest, not short rest abilities.
Ooh, that's a natural one.
That misses.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah, as you bring it up with the follow-up strike, it knocks it too far back to hit it with the second.
I'll stay here. Good place.
Yeah. The zombie will try and bonk Milo on the head as it tries to ram him. 20, as I think it just punches you straight in the face while you're looking at the other one.
Beats it by two.
As it cracks you in the face, go ahead and make a con save or it knocks you over. You manage to save as it sends you reeling, but you don't fall. As zombies, he just kind of like dumbly stares there and continues to burn. Go ahead and roll damage, Rusty. He's the zombie. Yeah, as he takes 12 fire damage, you just seem like his armor catch fire.
Good roll.
He no longer has disadvantage from the Mind Spike. Scud, it is your go. Looking up on the staircase, you see Milo take a nasty backhand to the face from the armored drow.
Smelling the burning flesh, I'm gonna run up. I don't know. Is that far enough so that I can see people? Or do I?
Yeah, you could see him from about there.
Yep. And then I'm gonna blast this. Actually, can I hit these? I haven't got cover. Because Conan is small, so I'm hoping I can hit these without.
No, they'd have cover from the lip. You can see them, but they have cover. This incline's quite high.
Okay, if I can, I've still got 5 feet of movement. If I move there, can I hit this one, or have they all got cover?
They'd all have some form of cover. It would now be a quarter cover. Sorry, yeah, half cover.
Okay. Okay, I'll go for this one here then. This is the closest.
Because the way the stalagmites are, it's causing a bit of
no worries.
cover.
So I'll raise my walking stick, and a celestial blast fires out. A 20 to hit.
That hits the one in front of Conan. As it blasts into it, you see part of its jaw go flying off for 10.
If it's still alive, I'll use repelling blast to try and push it back 10.
Yeah. It scrabbles onto here. So that's the only space it can fall onto. It's being blocked by the others.
Cool.
Yeah, it falls onto there onto its back. That is Scud. Rusty, it is your go along with your spear of flame. As you see a very embattled Milo on the staircase.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out where to put the fire at the moment. Trying to also figure out which one of those two is the weakest. Would it be able to go up here into this square?
Yes. It can fly.
Yeah, sort of like hovers over everything, doesn't it? So yeah, I'll send it there, and I'll hit the lizardy boy. With it. So dex save for him.
It fails as it roars on top of it. As it fails, it needs to make a con save. It's still alive as it burns down on top of it. You see it catch fire as it continues to stagger there, just sizzles and burns as its eyes dumbly look at you.
Well, let's try to follow that up with a mind sliver on it. It's my action. Intelligence save.
It fails, as it needs to make a DC 9 con save. It fails as it just topples down, going to
D4 on. Oh, it does anyway.
As it falls down the staircase on top of some of the stalagmites.
And that's my turn. I will stay where I am.
As that, the ghouls will move up to here, and sniggering, they pick up bricks and they begin to hook them at Milo. As they hook bricks at you, Milo.
No, hold on my shield. What?
You're like, what the hell?
What?
Yeah, so these are just straight dex rolls. If these hit you, you take a d4 damage. So they're slightly smart enough to know your echo isn't real. So 2 brick rolls.
That
A 20. This one hits you right in the head. And then the second one. Oh,
No,
dude.
no, 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 no. Okay, I'm all for it now. Monsters can't quit anymore. We're doing the new rolls. We're rolling it out right now. This is bullshit.
For 2d4. As they smack into you, one of them jars off you, the other skims off your head. It's like, what the fuck? As you don't expect bricks to come raining down while you're fighting zombies. As they hammer into your head and shoulders.
Head and shoulders, knees and toes.
We definitely see him reeling like he's taking in a nursery rhyme.
Just glad. it was
Shitting bricks up there, Milo. What's going on?
Yeah. They just
Shut
look at you
What?
They're ghouls, they eat people. Speaking of which, Milo, what the... Sorry, Pinky, what the fuck? As you see bricks rain down. One of them smacks him right on the forehead, the other one skims off his shoulder.
Well, I will definitely send in Conan as my bonus action. He will move up to here, and he'll do a flamethrower attack on our little ghoul friend.
That's a zombie.
Or zombie, yeah. DC 13 dex save. He saves.
Zombie saves by coincidence.
So he takes 6 damage.
He needs to make a fortitude roll. DC is 9 in his case. He saves. He just stands there aflame. He just like looks at your little robot.
And Pinky will just slightly lean out and throw a ray of frost at the same opponent for
That hits.
18
DC
for 8
is
cold
13.
damage.
He saves.
Natural
Blasts
20.
into him.
Jesus
Third
Christ.
one.
Yeah.
They have the same. They have the same con score, so don't worry.
God, I hate undead.
Zombie is the same. Yeah, zombies are very tough.
That is my turn.
Sorry, Pinky, but Conan starts to burn if he ends his turn there.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I'd know that.
Yeah. You would.
I'll take the attack of opportunity because he's gonna die anyways.
Yeah, it just stomps on him. I don't even think he stomps on him. I think the flame. I think he's just so on fire. He just
Who does?
touches Conan as Conan sets on fire.
I still get a reaction. I still get my sentinel reaction. I can maybe save Conan.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
That hits.
for 14 damage.
DC 19.
Fuck
He
you!
falls, tumbles down dead.
Does your attack go off before his does?
Sentinel, yeah, I think it does, right? As a reaction.
I know you get the attack, I just don't know whether it
Makes an
your
attack
gets it
against.
first.
Yeah. Makes the attack, so it doesn't resolve in magic terms. I don't know. It's up to you, DM.
Yeah, you kill him.
Yes.
Yeah, no need to make a mountain of a molehill. That is that. Go ahead and continue the movement. He's still gonna crumble to dust if you don't move him, Pinky.
Yes, I will move him.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You normally resolve backwards.
Since I have such good luck, I'm gonna crit Milo 2 times here with this thing's bite.
Don't say that.
Yes!
Natural 1 and 16.
That's what you
it swings its
get!
tail around. And seeing as Mr. Smartass here has used all his reactions, it sees the tasty little boys and runs down the way at the two of them.
Ah, I can't.
Milo, it runs around you as you see the goddamn flame. you turn around, smash one of them, but another one scurried past you as you take bricks raining down on your head.
I go,
Oh,
what?
rules.
Come back here! As I switch in between, like, fully angry now. He'll fly over there. I'll move over here. And... I'll just attack him. 11.
That hits. As you shear it
Shall-
across its hind leg.
Shall I unleash once more? One final time. Why not? Let's go.
Milo's just like, can we long rest the second this ends?
Another one for 14
That
damage.
hits. Shears and cuts into it. This one hasn't taken anywhere near as much damage as the other.
Which matters not.
That is Milo. The zombie's dead for now. Scud, it's right up in your face. Milo hacks at its hind portion, but it doesn't seem to care as it keeps on coming at you.
Yeah. Got uses his bonus action to disengage with nimble escape and runs off screaming.
Turns towards Rusty.
It's trying to eat me! And once he gets so far away, once it's full movement, janky. And then he turns around and he's going to try and hit him with a celestial bolt to stop him from chasing him.
That hits as it cracks it in the sides and it's causing it to stagger.
For 7. And that is all my furies of the small. And that's the go.
Rusty, it's a bit close for comfort as you see Scud run away. Now looks at you and Milo.
I will hit it with a Mind Sliver. Try to give it disadvantage on its next thing. Not disadvantage, negative D4.
Yeah, let's save. It saves.
He saves it.
Singularly focused on you, it seems to push past the spell.
I will still bring a burning ball of fire up his butt, though. So if I send it that way,
as it dodges the ram for half damage.
Half of 5, so 2.
For 2.
And then I'll just stay where I am. Hopefully
the ghouls, seeing their opportunity with the vanguard moved, dash down the staircase at Pinky as they're like, as this one runs down the staircase at you. The other one will dash up to Milo, trying to block him off as he pushes his way through the stalagmites, worming his way through. Both of them can just get within range as it rakes its claws at you once, Pinky.
Yep.
18.
Ooh, 18. Do I want to take that?
Just gonna take that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Sure, you take it as it rakes down into your flesh. You feel pins and needles shoot up from your leg where it rakes for 6 slashing.
Yeah, I did.
You just didn't meta game, don't worry.
That's true.
You got bless.
Are you an elf?
I do.
You do have bless.
So DC 12 Constitution saving
You
throw.
Oh no!
Bless,
Bless, come on.
Bless,
Otherwise,
bless.
one of the worst
No,
conditions.
it's weird. I have it ticked too.
They didn't go off. So D4.
No, with a 1.
He freezes up.
Oh no!
The other one comes up behind Milo
it did go off.
and goes.
You're a real pretty boy. I wouldn't mind a taste.
As he begins to slash at your back, Milo.
Did he dash?
Misses thankfully. No, he has 30. That's 30
okay.
feet of movement.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We measure it out again.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
saw the 30 pop up.
30.
I'm not interested in a relationship right now.
Yeah. You manage to get your shield just back round as it clangs off the metal of it. Pinky, everything's freezing up as all your limbs lock together. Your go. I don't believe you can do your go. Does your construct work on? I believe it begins dodging, much like
So
the battlesmiths.
it's a bonus action. I'm trying to check paralyze to see if bonus
Yeah, no
actions
actions.
still work.
You can't do anything.
No,
Nothing.
no actions.
Yeah.
No?
Paralyze is literally one of
Bad.
probably the worst condition you can have while your character's awake.
Yeah, so it takes the dodge action.
Yeah, it begins dodging. Yeah, they kind of ignore the thing that ain't made of flesh. So he begins dodging. That is poor Pinky's go. Can I get another con save, Pinky? Let's hope you
Yeah,
get out
just
of
a
it.
sec. I don't have 180 hit points. I'm just modifying my hit points here.
Wow,
Another
Pinky's strong.
save. 20.
There he goes. He manages to shake out of it. At least you won't be taking a crit.
That's fine.
That is Pinky, unfortunately. The zombie Drake, the remaining one, will try to bite at Milo and swing its tail at Rusty. So, bite at you, Milo.
Sure.
While this thing... While you go
Are you
to
kidding
defend from
me?
behind Milo, it grabs right onto your calf and begins munching into your leg.
Oh
As
my
it
God.
I'm glad you took
section
that
out of
one
it.
and not me.
I am
Oh, damn.
Jesus. Ah!
Rolled high, too. Oh, rolled max on both.
Yeah, that's no nefarious stuff going on.
Oh,
Mister, I just
God.
took an IT class 2 weeks ago to change some stuff.
What? I didn't take an IT class.
Now you crawl back. No, kidding.
And then it'll try and bap as it swings around, swishes its tail out at Rusty. 16, Rusty?
I'll try to attack it.
That is
That
my
hits, just
AC.
cleave into
I
it.
will shield.
Yeah, it crackles off your shield as it flashes energy. It hits it. Let's see if it survives. DC is 20 on this one.
Yo.
That kills it as you smash its head in with your longsword. As its jaws are just stuck locked on your leg like a pit bull. Milo,
Ow! Godver! Ah!
that really hurt as you see ephemeral blood shoot out of your leg. You quickly manage to staunch the bleeding. Shove some of your clothes into it.
Shakingly, pop from my belt, pop a greater heating potion. Try to empty the contents in my mouth. What's that? 4d4 plus 4.
What? No, that's a greater. You can also hit the.
I'm going
healing
for a
potion
greater.
button.
Oh yeah, we have
Oh,
healing.
greater?
Yeah.
Yeah, healing potion button.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I'm a fighter. I forgot.
Yeah,
Second
you
win.
gotta do your second win. Do your second win.
That's
You get those
D10.
for short rest, so use them.
Yeah. Oh!
Nice.
Hell yeah! For
That's a 10.
For a max
That's
of
30.
30 healing.
13 or 14.
Nice.
13. Yeah, we're not level 4 yet. You can change that though if you wish. But that was
That's
my bonus
better than
action.
a healing potion.
I will. I can't unleash anymore. I'll move other Milo over here, so I can also get sentinels. And I'll try to attack the ghoulie ghoul. Can I flank with? I'll try flank with. With a +4. That's 13.
That hits as you shear down into the ghoul as as you cut across its arm.
That's for the stones, you fuck.
Thick.
That's my go. Unfortunately, no 2 attacks yet.
Scud, they're focusing on most of the others. As you
Yeah,
see
I'm
Milo's getting torn up.
I'm going to continue on and running back. Hopefully that'll cut the angle down so they've got less cover. This is my thinking.
True.
I can't. I don't want to shoot through the echo. So
They only have half cover. If they move up right to the edge, they'll have no cover.
I will fire a bolt at the one that's engaged with Milo, and hopefully kill it. But we'll see. So 15.
15 hits as it blasts
11.
into it
Radiant damage.
for 13. It's just a reflavored, what do you call it? Eldritch Blast.
I'm all divine, aren't I? I'm a god.
Yeah, it isn't really even a buff to change it to
It's
radiant.
not. It's a nerf.
It's
That's
a
what you're
duff.
finding.
It's
Not against zombies.
I think it's only shadows and skeletons, maybe.
Well, we are on the planet of the Hateful Sun, so maybe they are like a little adapted to radiant damage.
and I shall push it. I will push it back. I'll push it back 10 feet as well with. With the
Yeah,
old-
it stumbles up the staircase. It's like as it's reeling.
I'll quit him. Ah.
Hey! So
That is Rusty, I believe. Sorry, that is Scud, and moving to Rusty, as you see them plunged with holy fire from Scud.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send my flaming sphere right down the middle of the path that Scud just made and hit him with it. Actually, before I do, hold that. I will hit him with a mind sliver first, and then. So
Good thinking.
It fails, isn't it? Like
he
winces
takes
very
one
slightly.
psychic damage from that, but he will now have minus D4 to the flaming sphere roll. Dex save.
It fails. As it
Fails.
lets out a cry of pain as the spear nudges into him.
I'm just going to take a couple steps around here, and then that's my turn.
That is Rusty. The two lovely fellows who look like homeless undead. One of them that's actually goes like, this one will continue to attack Pinky. It's like as it slashes at Pinky.
Ghost will try and slash at the ghoul. 11.
That misses as it skips back away from you.
Does Bless only work on me, or can I also use it for this?
It only works on you. The bless will be a separate creature. Sorry, the echo will be a separred creature.
Oh, it is?
The attack originates from Milo, so I think it should work on him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Effectively, this is like an upgraded spiritual weapon.
14.
Is an easier way to think of it. That hits for 10. As it shrieks in pain as you bisect its chest as its undead organs spill out. It does not fall, though, as it just growls in pain.
16 hit does not hit me.
This one will move up to here, and it's going to use a shove attack on your contraption, Pinky.
Yep.
And it's like as he grabs it and tries to throw it into the fire.
Alright, this is new to me, so let's just get this straight. It does say blah blah blah. Saving throw, treat all its ability scores as 10 plus 0.
Don't you have a sheet? Should say on the sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
10. So just roll a 10. Contested check. It fails as he picks it up and just throws it into the flaming sphere. It has 1 hit point, so it just burns the cinder. As he just hooks it into the flame sphere. As he's like, when it burns. And then it'll,
well, that's good to know for future enemies.
Yeah, you want to be careful. It is not very good if it's being maneuvered about. As it just picks it up and throws it into the fire like kindling. It's like, as it scrabbles up at Milo. That's its go,
You see
though.
a single tear come down from Pinky.
Pinky! What do you do? They just burned Conan!
Let's see. How could I do this?
Yeah, he's not looking good. His entrails are hanging out as he's like,
It's just my long intestine on my shore.
You see Pinky with a slight hint of anger in his eyes pick up his woodcarver's tools, and as he concentrates on them, you see particles of wood and dust form behind this school as he resummons his Conan construct. He will send out a cone of fire to engulf both ghouls. I believe I can do this, so let me...
You will also hit the echo.
I think there's a way for me to place it so that I won't.
Not in this regard.
Yeah, put it anyway.
Yeah, the echo can just be resummoned on bonus actions.
But what if I like twist it so that it's more towards the stairs?
So, like that.
Don't forget the echo
What?
looks like the guy that picked you up and beat you up for a bit.
Like I was thinking something more like that.
He'd have to be here. If that was the case.
Then he can definitely move,
Kind of.
and he has a climbing speed.
Yeah, then he's fine. He just scrabbles, leaning over the edge precariously for a normal creature, as it spews fire onto those two.
Wonderful. There
This
we go.
one is
Flamethrower.
dead. Because the dice is there's 2 dice. As this one topples over,
Burning my
burning.
flaming sphere.
How dare you? And this one also dies as they both topple down a flame, ending the combat.
A raging bonfire comes out of Conan. Conan the Cannon. I don't know if you guys made that distinction,
Yeah.
but yeah. Wonderful.
Conan the Canonarian.
And I will take out one of my spell slots because that takes one up. There we go.
Yeah, I was wondering about the resummoning. It's been a while since I've seen an artillerist. As the party reconnoiters, Milo manages to staunch the bleeding. We'll see with his with his tourniquet.
It isn't
That
that
was
bad.
11 fire damage, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. That's alright.
You okay, Rusty?
Yeah, I'm fine. I never got touched.
Is Scott still around here somewhere? Or, did we
Yeah,
just...
I think I hurt my toe running down the hill, but I'm okay.
we
You
just...
see Pinky run up
So-
to his construct, very fascinated. Oh, this performed quite well. I'm I'm actually doing something, right, guys? Yes.
Well, technically you are not, but it was very useful.
It was a byproduct of my ingenious.
Is that what you spent the day making? That's
It is.
I
pretty
mean,
good.
it has been a valuable attribution of your affairs, I think.
Why, thank you.
It's good that you can finally do something useful.
Can I ask a question? Was that why you need about 15 different kinds of tool sets? 'Cause to make that one thing? Because I didn't know it took that much.
Do you remember my land of treasures that went up in flames by that unfortunate event?
Oh, was this the thing that did that?
No, but I did have quite a few tools in there that sadly, they sadly burnt. So yes, I had them replaced.
Well, I'm glad that you found something.
Well,
Your-
I'm glad I could contribute.
Your niche, if you will.
So is that asshole of yours going to just follow us around?
Depends if I walk behind you, I guess.
So funny. As he visibly peers at Milo's revenant.
Yeah, he's inside of Milo now. You see him like shift, like sometimes almost pushing out, as he's just staring at you like straight in the eye. You see a crude smile on the Spectre's face.
I flip him off.
I quite like him, Milo. At least he hits things and stops them from hitting me. So
It's getting a bit crowded in my head sometimes, but I think we can get along. He works well in combat, at least. So, Rusty, do we find your sister here? It looks like some kind of fortification.
Rusty's currently got his torch out and he's looking around this chamber.
As you peer around, you see several kennels with the bones of the deceased. Unfortunately, you're not sure whether it's animal or humanoid. They're so torn up by those drakes. Several of the cells are bent and torn out of place. Beside, you see old supplies, military things. They appear to be set up for what seems to be like training practice. Wooden swords, wooden spears, etc. Training dummies, all lying in piles, and anything that can be left out that won't go bad. As you see several sets of mason's tools and carpenter's tools to probably do up this outpost. As you peer around, it appears that way. You see two sets of double doors, reinforced with steel, have been bent and torn out of place by something big. That or something magical. Hard to say which. As you peer over, much like the exterior gate down the passageway, you see signs of a struggle. Bones lie about and the spattered haze of dried blood. There was definitely a fight in that hallway too.
Well, I tap my rod on the floor and say, well, we're walking on flagstones now, so I don't think we're going to pick up a track anytime soon. Looks like there's some more combat up ahead, though. Maybe they went that way.
Is there any components worth salvaging from these people? I know that you said they had green eyes, so maybe they have some sort of shard in them.
Generally, zombies aren't strong enough to have shard in them. The creature generally metabolizes all the shard into them completely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll point out when it's necessary, but generally the stronger creature has, the more physical shard might be still within them. As you begin to walk up the staircase, it seems it leads up onto a wall or a doorway, Rusty.
There's a door up that way, otherwise we can...
Yeah, there's
I think
two
it's
sets
just
of doors, a smaller one here and a
Do we
bigger
want to
one.
check all these rooms out, or just take the direct route? Keep moving forward.
It looks like there's little windows there. You might be able to look through them.
Yeah. Through one of the doorways, this doorway specifically, you hear as you hear shaking and like you hear whatever the hell that was.
We could just ignore those fine folks.
And yes.
What did you hear there? It sounded strange. I couldn't quite make it out.
There's some more ghouls or some sort of creature behind those doors.
What if
Through
they're
the-
guarding something like a treasure of sorts?
Or maybe some kind of hint as to where your
Well,
sister has
feel
gone.
free to. I mean, we can go see if we can ask the zombie ghoul creatures.
You think she has
Your
moved
sister's
to...
been- Well, it's like your sister's been busting through doors and all sorts. If she was in there, it'd be a lot more noise than just like ghouls and stuff. And like the ghouls
we
aren't
found
really
out
good
that
for interrogating, are
She
they?
met up with someone, so could be the other person that's doing all the damage. We don't know.
Hmm.
And
Speaking of which, through the door you hear, "Get away from me!"
well,
Actual words. I will then go to the door and open it.
I'll join him.
Yeah. Roll initiative. As you open the door, you see a pack of ghouls hounding a drow, which seems to be locked in a prisoner's cage.
Oh shit!
It's only a trail. Can I just close it on?
Wrong campaign.
Ah.
Well, I mean, it's just more.
I do not allow it.
It's not Rosy, so I don't care.
Man, Rusty's gonna be judged badly by the passions when he passes on.
Uh,
I'm a
But
liar.
there's not much racism.
as we catch up
the caste
to
system.
about an hour in the stream,
Yeah, that's a good part.
and we're just before. We're gonna go to a short break, about 5 to. It could be 10 minutes. It depends. We'll be right back though, and stick around, everyone. We'll be right back. Hi, and we're back,
Welcome back, everybody.
and we're gonna get smashed again. Yay!
Scud, the room bursts open immediately. You see Rusty and Milo's ghosting doesn't really seem to react as well to what's within.
Seeing a lot of ghouls in there, Scud panics a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, I need help, Nightingale!" And he's going to use his angelic form, or form of dread, as it's otherwise known. And you see a silhouetted form of Nightingale kind of expand out from him and shadow him, so he gets some temporary hit points and hopefully can frighten these things if they're not immune to frighten, but we'll see. And then that's his bonus action, so for his action he's going to shoot the one nearest Rusty with a celestial bolt. 23 for 5.
That hits as the ghoul reels back as it looks out the doors. It's like, as it stumbles away, taking
And if
5
it's not
radiant.
immune to frightened, it has to make a wisdom
It is
save.
not, as it-
before you frighten him.
It looks up to peer at you as it seems startled as it needs to make a wisdom save.
DC 13.
Yeah,
That makes it.
it like shudders for a second and peers at you. It's like,
Was it
But
19?
I will push it back 10 feet with repelling blast. If that's
Mhm. Yeah. It stumbles back, rolling over a restraining table as it topples away. Any additional movement, Scott?
I'll move back 10.
Mhm. Yeah. Scud.
3 hit points. 5 temporary hit points.
5 temp plus your level. That is
That's
Scud as he reclines back out of the way. Pinky, leaning around the corner, you see Milo and Rusty freeze up as they seem to be looking at something they don't like, as immediately Scud launches a blast past them.
As my action and movement, I will drag Conan. I'm going to move up to here, and then over here. That should be my full movement. And then Conan should be able to get there. And then on his own, on my bonus action, I'm going to order him to go into the room. So 5, 10, 15.
It's going to be good.
Oh, damn. He can't get anywhere close. I'm going to order Conan to attack anything he can see. So hopefully he can see something that I can't.
Doesn't he only have blind sense?
It says I can order him to attack an enemy.
I think you also need to see him.
I can ping it. I will ping it.
It's a mile long, but yeah.
It's probably one of the worst blocks I've seen in D&D. It's so
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It is very long.
She said.
As a bonus action, you can cause a cannon to activate if you are within 60 feet as part of the same bonus action. So it doesn't technically say you need to see it.
It doesn't say you don't need to see it. It doesn't have its own view distance. I think you need to see it, much like Milo, until he gets his avatar. So you can attack this one right here that you can't see.
I don't think I can reach it, but let's see what the cone says. 15-foot cone.
If you point the cone straight at it, you might be able to catch something else just accidentally.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
you're gonna have to guess, Pinky, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna place it this way.
Oh,
Yeah, as you see, the guy inside the cage goes, hot, sprays
I mean,
across the
I
bars.
can see the guy inside the cage. I would target the guy inside the cage.
I know. He says hot. He doesn't
It's
actually.
close. It's close.
Yeah, it's close. It's very close.
It would still be terrifying having a flamethrower end at your face.
Holy shit. He doesn't know it stops there. He doesn't know that there's a little cone that goes over.
My skin's already dark enough, please.
So that's praying to the patients.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah, from inside the place here, as it hits one of them.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, you got one, buddy.
Oh, okay. Let
he
me ping that then.
Might save. I don't remember what the DC is.
He
DC
At least takes
13.
half. He fails, taking 5.
Okay,
That
good.
is him, as the place smolders and burns. The
I
guy
did something.
the guy outside the cage, seeing that they're distracted, goes, "Oh, thanks for that," and leans out to the bars and stabs the nearest ghoul with a short sword. As he
Oh shit!
tries to stab at it.
They
Yeah,
left him
as
a
there's too
shit.
many of them before, they would have ripped his
Yeah.
arm off if he stuck it through the cage. Yeah, he makes 2 swipes with a short sword. You see a bow nearby, but the quiver's out of arrows. As he stabs out twice. Both hit as he stabs into it for 14, as he shears into it, heaving off one of its arms. It's not enough to kill it, as it growls and goes. As it turns to face me, he backs up into the cage further. Actually, he won't. He'll take the opportunity attack. That is Hazim. Rusty, it is your go. Looking into the place. That's a lot of ghouls. The guy tries to assist himself as he stabs at one. Well, while you respond, Conan comes in and burns one of the ghouls, distracting the rest.
We're going to go for a Magnify Gravity, which is a 10-foot radius, so they'll be able to get all of them.
Yeah, so all of them need to make a
So they all make a con
save
save.
as you shunt them down into the ground. Con save. What's con save? Is it half if they succeed, or is it save or suck?
It's half, and if they fail, their speed is halved as well.
13 or 13.
Oh,
all
no!
save as they reel and
Wow.
shudder under the weight as you see them
That's,
look over.
Oh, 6
16,
damage to each
20.
of them.
14 and 19.
You see all them
say.
buckle under the newfound weight. It's like, you're gonna pay for that.
Yeah, well, look over there, and then I quickly run past Milo up these stairs.
Is my
That's
pie
it.
done? That is Rusty as he runs past, leaving it to you, Milo. As you look past us, all the ghouls seem to stare at you, or well, past you, towards where Rusty ran.
Yeah, you see Milo switch for a second. It's like yes, as he starts running in. It's not him that runs in. It's his spectre. Milo sort of stands out like shaking a little bit, like guys. The spectre will fly out and will try to hit the one over here.
Mm-hmm.
15 for 11 damage, slashing, magical.
Mm-hmm. The injured one, correct?
Yes, the top one, northern one.
Yeah, that hits as you heave off her head as it goes flying off and bounces off the wall like a basketball.
Oh.
Hmm?
No.
Ghouls
no...
are not strong as they're not zombies.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They're intelligent and can talk. Yeah, they don't get that fortitude.
Mm-hmm.
You close that door and just leave it up to your spirit friend and the robot.
I'll protect the robot. I'll move up one.
Mm-hmm.
I pet the robot. And then I'm like, stand ready.
Yeah. The nearest ghoul will rake at the ghoul. The echo. 15.
Misses.
Yeah, misses it. Just goes "Rah!" and runs past as it gets fed up.
Mhm.
This one will move up to here and like try and reach for Hazam.
Echo will Sentinel try and slash it. 11 for 14.
That misses as it skitters past, and the last one will.
Is Bless
move
still
up to
active,
there.
or is that 1 minute?
No,
that's
it is.
That's a
Ah,
minute. That's
that's
well gone.
Sorry.
The last one will move up to you, Milo, and try and rake you directly.
Yeah.
And the other one will go for Hazim. So one rake at Milo.
Misses.
17. And then one at
Oh,
Hazim.
shit.
As it rakes at him, Hazim just kicks it in the face through the bars before it can like try and tear at him. As he like uses his boot to put it between him and his, it's like reaching through the bars and it's like Scud, turn back to you. You see them scramble as they try and claw and rake at Milo as he manages to push them back.
Seeing the doorway blocked, I feel a bit safer, so I'm going to move forward. And then I will fire I'll fire a celestial bolt at the one that's engaged with Conan. Try and get him. So here we go.
That misses.
Sick.
Flies wide.
And
Natural
that is,
one.
That is Scud's go.
That is Angelic Scud.
Mm-hmm.
Pinky, this is your turn. As you look over, Conan seems to hold its place as they're more focused on the meaty one, Milo.
Pinky moves over to get a better vantage point as he orders Conan to move to a better spot. So I'm assuming that he can get over here because he is a small creature.
Yeah, you can start. One of them will take an
and-
opportunity attack at him. Just tries to
Yes.
right. Yeah, it'll try and tear at him. Misses though.
The natural
Fine.
one
No,
definitely
no.
misses. So yeah, Conan will aim his flamethrower to get these two. He will definitely miss the other Milo. So yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Flamethrower, boom. DC 13 Dex save, or takes 13 fire damage, half on a successful.
I think he can
save.
only get one.
He should be able to get
2, at least.
2. Yeah.
You'd need to be
If you-
in this room.
If you get right to the corner of the spot that I am, he should be able to.
Needs to get more than half the token.
Oh, I see. I see
Mhm.
what you're saying. Then I'll move over here and do it.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, as it sprays fire onto the two of them, they growl and groan in pain. Can they dodge the brunt of it? Closest one, furthest one.
11 and 5. They both take 13 fire damage.
As they topple back, one of them burns to cinders. The other one screams as it begins to burn, as it's barely standing.
And then for Pinky's action, he will target the one in front of Milo with a Ray of Frost.
Mhm.
So that's... Oh, I'm not blessed anymore, so that's
11
11.
misses as it shoots past it, as it leaps aside while aflame.
That's the end of my turn. However, I will move to relative safety.
Hazim will lean out between the bars as he stabs out with his short sword. First one misses. He'll use his... no, he'll save this ability. He'll attack again as he lunges out with his blade through the bars with a second quick stroke of the blade. That hits as he shoves it straight into its chest and pulls it upwards as it cuts into its neck, killing it.
22.
Spicy. 8.
Yeah, he'll then just like scratch his head and like look at the rest of you. Like not much else he can do. That is that. Rusty, you hear one clatter to the ground as you hear a struggle far away. Flame bursts around the corner. As sounds like they're taking care of it, but one still
Take a couple of
lingers.
steps down and have a bit of a gander, see what's going on. One left, eh? We'll just go for a firebolt. That'll miss.
That
I'll
misses.
take some more steps back up my stairs.
For 10.
You guys got this.
Milo, it is your go.
Starts feeling when you say you guys, it's usually me.
I don't know, that robot seems to be doing work.
I'll try to slash at this one. 23 for
That
9.
hits. How'd you kill it?
In between, like, bouncing back and forth between me and my Echo, like, it's basically like a double tag, like wrestling match as my Echo takes the final bit. He, like, sort of plunges into the ground and tears apart the ghoul. He then moves back into me. I think it's done, but there's... Hello?
Oh, well, that was fancy work. As you see a drow trapped in a cage. He is stereotypically handsome for
Hello?
what the drow generally look like. As you see him peer over you all, he has purple eyes, marking him as a Dusker. As he sheathes his sword, well, he wipes it on the bed, and he's like, "What brings you all through here? I presume you're caravanners." I'm Hazim Farenton. He puts a hand through the bars. You have me at a disadvantage.
Milo von der Smith. Not from this place. Rosy, I believe maybe you are more familiar. Not caravanners, no.
Kind of like furrows his brow. That's why are you outworlders?
Why are you locked in this cage?
That is not by my own volition.
It usually isn't.
Tends to be. I am one of the guards that, used to reside here.
You're not a very good guard if you got locked in your own prison. What?
Not very good when someone uses a magical artifact to smash down the doors with a giant hand and then throws me into a cage. No.
What is
Was
this?
she a dwarf by any chance?
Yeah.
How did you... What? You seem confused.
Rosy?
How long ago did this person come through?
About a week. Like, he gestures towards, like, a small crate of food nearby and, like, a barrel that lies, like, open in the cage.
Been locked
For all
in
the
there
good
for a
that's
week?
done me. Yeah.
Did they say
all
what
I've had
they
for
wanted?
company is ghouls.
Fucking hell.
Did they say why they bust through and locked you in a cage?
She said her brother was coming through.
Well, that sounds like your sister, no?
What, you two are related? Like, cocks his head. He's like, yeah, I think I can see it.
How would she know that I was coming through?
A good question. How could she possibly? So sort of like furrow my brow at Rusty. What's going on, Rusty?
Did you stop her? Was your job to stop people from coming through here? Is that why
He nods.
you got locked up?
It wouldn't be an outpost to the plane if that wasn't the case. Normally we have caravanners coming through the gates. And he points back the way you guys came. Been a bit slow as of recent. Then she came through with this ginormous magic hand and probably some mercenaries. And then they just busted through. Killed most of us. Grabbed me for some reason, even though she had me dead to rights, and hooked me in here with that big meaty paw.
Did they say why?
They just said I'd be important later, and someone was coming. I reckon by the passions I was lucky.
Sounds like your sister's a bit of a killer, Rusty.
That's not my sister. It has to be whoever's inside her body, controlling her. Like you saw what happened to Milo the other day when he.
No, it's all right. It's all right, Rusty. I get it.
When he got Pinky like that. That wasn't Milo. This can't be my sister. No.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Just calm down. Night Girl makes me do things I don't want to do a lot of the time as well.
For me, I'm on this a different person.
You've been hearing
though.
voices too.
Excuse me?
Push past Scott and Pinky fairly aggressively and leave the room.
Hazim,
Yeah.
have you manifested one of these signs? And I hold up my wrist to where my sign is.
The cool tattoo. Oh, you have the same one. What?
Well, I
Pulls up his
originally
sleeve.
thought it was melanoma, but I've been proven wrong.
I don't think I can get melanoma. And he looks at his skin.
It is not a tumor. It is something else. It's
yeah,
a
the cool
signal.
tattoo.
It's a signal. It's
Maybe-
something that links us. Roll up my
Maybe
sleeve
that's
as well.
why. Maybe that's why she didn't kill him. Maybe that's why she put him in a cage, like.
As soon as I notice that sign, I'll go to the cage and I'll begin to fiddle with my thieves' tools
Oh.
to open up.
Oh,
I'll step
Thanks.
away.
Hold on. I lay a hand on Pinky's shoulder and say, "Oh, maybe Nightingale can help you a little bit." And
I think they're terrorists or something. They were using that shard stuff. They turned my captain and a bunch of the lads into, well, them. And he cocks a thumb at the ghouls.
They turned your cat into one?
Captain.
Oh,
Who the hell would have a cat out here?
I don't know. There were dogs early as well, I believe. I don't know
The-
what
the
kind
drakes?
of pets you keep.
They don't make for good pets. My nan, she had a kid eaten by one. Terrible thing.
14 for
Yeah,
thieves' tools.
clicking and fiddling away with it. He's like, "Oh, thanks. I think the captain lost the key when he got all funny."
No, it's
like-
quite all right.
He awkwardly takes a big step over the corpse.
You mind you guys talk to him while I'll check in on Rusty?
Yeah, your friend doesn't seem too happy.
No, he never is.
He just shrugs. Looks at the bodies of his
I don't-
dead comrades. He's like, "Can we
I
talk
don't
outside?"
think he's really
There,
my.
there.
I
I
don't
stink
think he
of
really
ghoul.
likes.
Yes,
go
no, of course. Let's talk outside.
Rusty sort of warily watches him go past, not knowing if he's going to end up being aggressive or anything.
Yeah, Hazim just seems to go, and like puts his hands on his hips, and like seems to be beaming that he's outside.
Is there like a little stool or something I can grab from this area?
Yeah, there'd definitely be one. That's a prisoner's quarter or a holding pen for the outpost.
I think it all got flamethrowered. Probably.
You bring a slightly charged chair. It's good enough. You wouldn't trust it for a few hours, but it'll do for a few minutes.
Yeah, I drag it behind me as I walk up to Rusty. Like, hey, Rusty. So you're not doing too good. Do you want to sit down?
No.
Oh, do you mind if I? bit knackered at the
Knock
moment.
yourself out.
I'll shove the chair right next to me, and as I do that, you see the demon just stand there as he hovers over there, sort of like looks at Pinky the entire time. It's I know it's weird when it happens, but you think your sister is the same then as me, that she also has the same kind of problems. So look at him.
You see, he's talking to you, but he's not taking his eyes off the drill, and he just says, "Well, she had the same mark as the rest of us on her arms.
Yeah, so
About a month before I did.
Hmm.
So someone's making her do these things.
were you there when she got the mark?" So I look up to him from my chair.
Probably about the same height. I am a dwarf after all.
Yeah. Well, I'm really tall. I keep forgetting.
Well, she showed it to me one morning when we were opening up shop. Said we had a weird dream. So, you know when, you wake up from a dream and you feel like some of those memories that weren't really yours are actually, sort of lingering in the back of your mind, and then next couple of days it started getting worse. You started hearing voices, and then one day she left me a note saying, "I'm sorry, I have to go. I'll look after her." I thought it was a joke, we're brother and sister. We pull silly little pranks on each other now and then, but this was weird. She was acting strange. I thought, I'll give her a couple of days. She'll return. She'll laugh at me for something, but she never came back.
And you think her in question is your sister and not the other one?
Well, whoever it is, like her body, controlled by whatever the new 100 person that might be inside it. But a couple of weeks went past. I started getting really worried, asking around. No one had seen her in town. That's when I started making plans to sell my shop. And then a couple of days after that, I woke up with the same mark on my arm.
Quite a coincidence. In studying stuff, magic, you find out that sometimes coincidence is not really real. Do you think somehow maybe you are related to the other one instead of just your sister? They are very polite to you, aren't they? The demon is never that polite to me.
I've yet to hear any voices in my head.
I look to Rusty.
I don't-
I'll have an insight check on that. 17.
You don't see any sense of a lie.
Well,
But I don't know what's going on. I studied magic for about a year and a half, 2 years, and this is really outside my knowledge of anything.
and you have yet to...
He goes into his thing, pulls out a small vial, and it's got a hair in the vial. When I was searching through the ash piles or the remains of the 100, as I came to one ash pile, I got a shock of deja vu, as I knew those boots, I knew that belt, and there was this hair on it, and you see that it obviously doesn't match Rusty's head.
What color is it?
Since I believe it was blonde, but that my memory might be failing me.
It is a color that I remember, that Rusty remembers.
Yes. So I can only assume that this belongs to whatever cunt's up here, but he's not making himself known, if that's the case.
Maybe he intends to hide. The demon also hides, but just and comes out when he feels like it. Really, never any real communication. Strange.
Well, everyone seems to be different. The way they interact with us, you know. You
Yeah.
see Nightingale hovering over Scud the way she does. Yours
Yeah.
comes down in its own sort of spirit being.
There seems to be more symbiotic in a way. Could you? I know you don't like me too much, Rusty, but could you maybe keep me updated on how you're feeling, and if they are communicating with you, could you maybe let me know? We have no idea what the long-term effects are on our bodies and our minds of sharing one corpus, two souls. The longer it takes, the more damage it could do.
I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Hmm.
If this guy ever does decide to speak the fuck up.
Good point. Speaking of which, the other party.
Mark an inspiration for Rusty and Milo for having a little heart to heart. Yeah. Also, before we pan over to them, there's Echo.
Oh, I'm already full.
That's wonderful.
Oh, nice.
like it.
Love it.
It
Can
actually
you
looks
move
like
him?
Oh yeah, he's got the moves like
Okay,
Jagger. Oh no, he's
For
got
the audience,
We'll keep
for the
that.
audience at home, we just got a new token for Milo's Revenant Spirit. It looks amazing.
Looks beautiful.
It's in summons. In the journal.
And as this is all going on, Pinky has his notebook out and is very interested in Hasim. He asks him, so, is there anything else you could tell me about maybe dreams you've been having or irregular things that have been happening to you? For us, there's been quite a few different anomalies.
Well, I don't really dream too much, but that's not uncommon for the drow. It's kind of hard to dream when they keep on taunting you and trying to keep you awake all day, and you have to shit in a bucket in front of them.
Right, and
Gestures at the ghouls.
how do you feel about that?
I was embarrassed at first, and
Right,
well, I think I came
embarrassed.
to terms about it around about the
Came
third
to
day.
terms. A third day. Wow, that is significantly higher than I thought it would be. Wonderful.
You're gonna keep on asking me questions about my feces.
Perhaps later.
He looks
At
to
the
you,
moment-
Scud.
I know Nightingale. I thought he was meant to be smart as well. Yeah. Scud's eyes narrow, like looking distrustfully at Hazim. You said there was mercs with her. How many was there?
Between 2 and 4, it was quick. Most of what I saw, I was in that room there. And he gestures.
Do they look handy, like tasty?
No.
Were they like armed swords? Like, did they have like bows? What were they carrying?
They look like one of the Outlander tribes. They usually hire themselves out. Don't like mingling with the bigger settlements on this plane.
Yeah. Think carefully before you answer this. Why shouldn't we kill you now?
Oh, Scott, that's ludicrous.
Because you're decent folk. Why would you waste your effort saving me? And he like puts a hand on his sword. He doesn't draw it or anything. He just like looks at Scud like. I'm like,
That's all right. I was only joking. It's only joking. I think you might be like her.
Quite the taunt.
What are the you heard of the 100? There's like these heroes.
Yes, I can count to 100 if that's what you mean.
No. They're like heroes from like times gone by. Well, you're hearing voices, yeah? You said all of us.
I thought I was seeing ghosts. I thought maybe she'd made some ghosts or something.
You said you're hearing a voice. Is it a man's voice or a lady's voice? Has it told you a name?
I couldn't tell. It didn't say any names.
Is it? What's it said? What's it said to you? Has it tried to make you do things?
No, I saw it.
You saw
It's kind
it?
of like
What did it-
whatever the fuck that thing is. And he points at Milo, the Echo.
Oh.
Except I could barely see it. It was like I was looking at it through a beer mug, and then you know the way you can see your own reflection in it, kind of like that, but really faint like.
Oh. How do you feel about coming with us? It doesn't look like you got much of a job here anymore.
He like looks around at all the dead and destruction. He's like, "Yeah, I think I need to report back. And
report
if you're into
back
any
where?
others, to probably ask why you're here. Anyway,
Who is it you got to report back to?
the Greenleaf Settlement,
Whereabouts is that?
about 50 kilometers to the southeast, across the shallow dunes."
Right. Well, look, I think we've got to go and find the dwarf sister there first. But after that, yeah, maybe we'll go that way. But
How about this? And I'll pull out a piece of parchment and write down a set of coordinates on it. If you have any more questions about what's going on with your soul, or anything else strange that comes up, you contact us. All right?
Oh,
Uh,
I'm sticking with you, lot. I'm not going anywhere out there is treacherous alone.
Well, that's fine. You're more than welcome to accompany us, but at some point, I'm assuming you're going to want to go on your separate way?
Yeah, he looks at the coordinates. You live in the material plane. Living it up
Yes.
big, I see.
Well, it's the only thing we've got going on for us at the moment, so yes.
I was trying to save up for a pass.
Oh, a pass? We didn't need a pass to come here, did we, Scott?
No one wants to come here.
I think maybe you need a pass to get out. Maybe that's what these checkpoints and guard
Nah,
places are all about.
Population control. If too many of us leave, well, no one will stay here. Also, Revelo, they don't want to take any more migrants, especially with the refugees from the Dragon Wars down south.
Well,
That's what I hear,
look,
anyway.
As in, like, we've got a place you can stay with us on the material plane, and it looks like there's a free pass through this way, at least for a little while. But think about it. Anyway, trail's getting cold.
What trail? Because he looks at the pass and then tucks it away.
Well, we're trying to find that one's sister, as I point out, Rusty.
Oh, the dwarf that was leading them?
Yeah, it seems to be the one.
Oh. I would like to get my hands on her. I need answers for why she killed all my friends and the captain.
Well, if we do encounter her, please don't get violent. It'll end poorly for you.
Chances are she just probably needs to get through here, and you guys are in the way.
Right.
So much
Rusty,
threatening.
can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Is this something that I would want to burn my inspiration on?
Knowing
Also-
you, I will just say yes.
You're gonna whisper it. That we don't know.
Sure, I'll burn
boy.
my inspiration.
You just got
Let
that.
me type it to you.
I've been maxed down hero points for like a session. I never use this shit.
So 14.
You see Rusty as he's leaning on the wall. It's like looking at everyone. I guess Milo, you'd notice there's like tears just start coming down his cheeks
Oh
as he
shit.
starts crying.
Oh. Rosy? What's going on? What's going on, buddy? Hey. Rosy?
fine.
You just started crying.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We've been through a lot. We'll find out.
It's okay. Are you having a stressful moment? Do you need a second to walk it off, or
He just walks away from Milo.
he needs a second to himself? I've seen this with students. He sort of says to the demon.
See, yeah. Hazem walks over. You're a teacher, eh?
Ah, yes.
How did you get Ghost? Looks over.
It's
That's
you get that with when you're on tenure.
Ah, I didn't hear that about humans. He like gets on his haunches and just like stares at the demon.
It doesn't look at him. It just looks at Pinky the entire time.
Yeah, Pinky glares back. He's not giving any ground. Whenever he notices, just glares right back.
Yeah, lounging in the ghoul stink. Rusty, go ahead and make me an investigation roll. See if you find anything in there while you're at it.
I normally I'd be searching all over this place, but I don't think it. I think Rusty is a bit preoccupied in his mind. He's not really going to take any care to.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere, Rusty. How's he responding to that? Is it concern or aggravation or a bit of both?
I think he does his best to not actually verbalize anything, but in his head is a lot of just the fuck is that? What the fuck is wrong with you? Get it together, fuck, type thing.
Mm-hmm. Dwarves are stronger than this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. After 5 minutes of composure seeking later, Hazim's just waving his hand in front of the demon's eyes. He says, "If I poke it with a stick, will it go away?"
No, but it might insult you.
It might poke you back.
Don't touch it, please. I don't have control of what happens if you do.
Well, do you have any idea what his sister's gonna be doing out here?
None whatsoever.
Yeah, Rusty's not super forthcoming with what exactly is going on, which is fine. But are you okay now? You've been locked in there for a week. That must have been dreadful. Do you need anything?
Oh, it sucks. Well, you get over it. We drow. We live long lives. Time passes a bit quicker, at least mentally, for us. Wasn't as bad as it might be for others.
Oh, I've heard about that. I didn't know it was true. Honestly, first time speaking to a drow.
My grandfather taught me how to trance. Helped me through it when they were slagging me there for trying to get me to come out.
What is slagging?
Making fun of,
Calling him nasty words, Milo.
No.
Yeah.
Why? You seem perfectly capable, young person. Or
just looks at you and he's just I'm 200 years old.
Is that young in drow years? I look at Scott.
I suppose I'm in the equivalent of my 30s in most creatures' lives.
Ah, we're age sakes then. I'm glad to meet you. What is your name?
Hazim Farent.
Hazim Ferent. Okay.
Hazim Farent. Depends on how you want to pronounce it. Doesn't really matter.
Oh, names have power. Some Mara will tell you.
He said he's going to come with us for a while.
They're bundles of joy.
Oh, is that so?
I think he might have one of the 100 in him, Milo.
Yeah, I saw the tattoo, and I show my tattoo. He shares the mark that we have.
Why do we all have matching tattoos? He's looks at yours.
It was a wild bachelor party. No, it's something spiritual. I don't exactly know what is going on. I, at some point, would like to show some of my professors, but he sort of leaves it there for a second as he sort of just starts talking about something else. So, are you in walking order? You've been maybe spiritually you're okay. Oh, you're fine. Okay, that's good. That's good.
He nods.
I'm glad to hear that. So.
He seems to be a very high spirits kind of guy. As you look at him,
yeah.
And most of it seems to just like a duck, like water off a duck's back.
Yeah, you see the demon just like staring down at him now, just blank faced.
Man, your ghost has hard eyes.
Ah, you don't know the half of it. Actually, let me just absorb him for a second. We should see what the others are doing.
Oh yeah. I want to go with you. You guys need a
Good.
guide, and I need
Gonna have
protection.
I mean,
There's quite an intricate row of hallways down here.
Oh, those are arrow slits, or spear slits, depending on how we want to use them. Doesn't do much good when they come from the other direction, though.
what do you usually fight in this region? We saw some strange folk.
The malleables,
I presume.
spawns of the Hateful Sun.
Yes, that's my presumption was correct.
You know, it's Mara too, some Celestials. Yeah. And
Any-
sometimes Raiders, but that's pretty rare. They're smart enough to not come close.
Any tips for any of them?
Get in fortifications, get inside,
Stay
especially
away
if
from
it's
them.
the sun.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, going out in the waste ain't gonna be fun. That's why I'm keen to join you lot.
Well, happy aboard. I don't know about what the rest said, but you're welcome to follow us around. If it's up to
that
me.
wasn't a request. I'd follow you anyway.
We found ourselves.
There seems to be
this
an
or
open
die.
corridor down here, more towards the waist.
Yeah, that leads out into the wastes.
Is there anything upstairs, Hasim? Of note? Did the
More supply. The storerooms up there. The weapons racks and the one that Pinky's walking by.
Did the dwarf that came in earlier? Did they say anything about where they might be going, or not?
No, well, there ain't many places past here. There's the old ruins of settlement. Then there's the scarred canyons. Then 50 miles away, there's Greenleaves. And then there's the dunes, but the dunes are to the north. It kind of forms a half moon of the region.
How well can
You
you
said-
envision these places? Like
Decent
the-
enough. It's mostly desert.
Could you draw us a map of this region?
He just shrugs and nods. Well enough then, I suppose.
Just a general idea, so we know where we are, so we know where to go. He did.
Sorry, you said these ghouls were intelligent, so while they're talking, Scud's going to search the ghouls, but he's going to give Rusty a bit of a wide berth, see if he can find anything on them or in this room.
Yeah,
If you're perceptive, you notice Rusty glaring at you a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving you a wide berth.
Yeah, you find what looks like some gold on them, a total of this much gold, 15, and this much platinum on the captain. You also find 3 short swords, but they're just lying on the ground. And some arrows and bows have just been destroyed. As you look over the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, apart from that, you don't find much else in the prisoners' holding cells, apart from some keys to all the cells that are scattered amongst the floor. The ghouls really tore up this place while they were in it for the week.
Once he finishes gathering all that up and he's about to walk out the door, Rusty does the thing where he puts his hand out onto Scud's chest to stop him walking past and says to him, "Let's not make it a fucking habit of telling people who we're looking for and how they're my sister. It's none of his fucking business. It's none of yours either." And he shoves him back half a foot. And then I leave the room.
All right. Scud looks a little bit frightened, and yeah, goes looking for Milo.
You hear Pinky look down the hallway. So Hasim, did Rusty's sister go down this hallway?
He would say.
She just came in the room and I think she just straight shot. Whew, and he points where Scud's walking and Rusty.
With her big hand. That's right.
And the big hand was only around when she was squashing people and smashing them.
Yes,
Was
it
it-
was a battle technique.
Was it blue?
Wow. Blue, green. Didn't really catch a good look of it. I was kind of being crushed.
I'm sorry for summoning that image.
Huh?
Shall we venture forth?
I'm not a flower. You don't need to worry about my feelings so much.
Yeah, we need to find Rusty's sister, so let's all go.
Should we go immediately, or do we want to have a breather first? How long has it been since we're like talking, chilling? Like an hour?
Probably like 30 or 40 minutes
Could I
since I first got here.
could I
We want
stretch
to just
that
hang
out?
around for 20 more minutes and get
Maybe.
a short rest.
Maybe.
Is that what you want?
Maybe. Just a little
I
longer.
I do have cure wounds, just so you know.
Do you want to use a spell slot, or do you want to wait 20 minutes?
I'm
As
more
he might
than
be
willing to wait
unbeaten.
20 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Everyone mark a short rest. Not much happens. Hazim just keeps on peppering you guys with questions as he's quite inquisitive.
I will definitely answer all of those questions to the best of my knowledge,
Yeah, you
as
give
I
him
am
a,
also.
Yeah, it's mostly about the tattoo, what Rusty's sister is, why you're following her, etc. But,
Right, so
yeah,
we've got a base. It's commanded by a lich. We're all
what's the lich?
a part of a lich is something of a greater undead spirit.
Those ones like from Crucible.
I think I've read something about them in Crucible, possibly. But we're also like a part of a greater amalgamation of a bunch of jumbled souls crammed into separate bodies.
Oh, that's neat. The passions are really iffy then.
Yes, indeed. Just so you know, you might manifest some sort of spirit inside yourself at some point. So don't be frightened. They are technically a part of you, and not at the same time. Anyways, we don't know much of them.
Yeah. Oh, I did remember something. It only happened once. I saw a woman named Nadir. She was an orc. When I was trying to trance one of the times, and then there was that guy or whatever it was. Couldn't really tell what it was, but it said it hated me and it would kill me. And that went on for a while, but I tuned it out like with the rules.
Nadir, you said?
That was her name anyway. Yeah, she was talking to me too. I mostly just tuned everything out because well, it was kind of intense.
No, I don't blame you. Everything's kind of intense these days. We're kind of stumbling our way through this entire thing. Yes, Scott?
Doesn't matter. I didn't. Nothing. I look really sulky.
Oh, what's wrong, Scud?
Don't matter. Nothing.
Does
I don't care, it
Nightingale
must
not
be.
like Nadir?
It's good.
Oh,
It's
no,
good.
I feel
Please,
bad.
please, Scud, stop
Well, let's-
sulking. It's unbearable.
I don't like this place. Let's just find this dwarf woman that we're looking for, who's not related to anyone that we know, and get out of here.
Now, honestly, Scud, if you can give us any insight as to who Nadir would be, Nightingale must know.
She only talks to me when she wants to. But I'll try and ask her, and I'll try and ask her. I guess. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you hear, oh, Nadir, it has been a while. I believe she is a worshipper of the passions, much like myself. Quite the ardent one, too. I'm not sure what domain she worships. We didn't talk much, but I saw her from time to time and heard she was quite the accomplished healer.
Okay, I'll
Do we all
relay
hear
that
this?
to everyone.
Not unless he's broadcasting or
No, I'll say Nightingale says that she is some sort of like healer or like cleric, definitely like divine, like worships the passions pretty intensely. Gonna be pretty good by all accounts.
Like a
How
priest?
interesting.
Yeah, priest.
Hasim, have you manifested any clerical abilities?
No.
Well, there goes that theory.
He holds out his hand and just, on a piece of wall and just looks at it. And he just kind of squints. And he says, "Not that I reckon. All of us are born with the power to command shadows a little bit. I think it's a
Right.
self-defense thing against the sun. Yeah. Whenever the sun comes around, you pop it down on top of yourself, hunker down, and hope it lasts long enough for him to go away."
Well, I think we can all appreciate that.
Nightingale didn't know what kind of passions she worshipped, so who knows?
Passion of the Shadow, maybe.
Twilight, moon, maybe.
Oh, there's plenty of those.
Maybe
I could
she'll.
bring these.
It's matters
Pinky
not.
leans over.
Maybe she'll.
Pinky will lean over to Milo and just like, what's gotten into Rusty and Scott? They seem to be skulking a little.
Oh, Rosy, I think, had like a mental breakdown for a second because we've been through a lot. Scott,
Right.
he doesn't share too much with me, so it's always been a bit difficult for me to really interpret how he's feeling.
Perhaps you and I should like tackle some of that. Perhaps the next time we rest, we should maybe split up and help them.
You see Milo
Figure it
stand in
out.
shock for a second. Please don't say tackle again.
Tackle.
No, please stop. He likes
Tackle,
that word.
tackle.
It seemed like shift for a second as he like you see a big smile on Milo's face as he looks at Scott. I can throw him real far.
Oh! I see why you were saying that. No, Milo, come back.
Come here, little
Milo.
one! It starts running towards Scott.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of snow. God damn it!
I pick up
As he
Scott.
rubs Milo, put him down.
Don't want to throw him.
No, put him down.
Don't you want to know if you can fly? As he looks deep in your eyes, holding you like a doll. Don't you want to see?
Pinky will come up and kick Milo in the shin.
Ah! I drop
Scott.
Scott.
It's all right. Thank you.
Ah, what was that for?
No, Milo.
Why did you kick
What's
me?
wrong with everyone
The
today?
thing came out again. Anyways, we're getting off topic here. We'll put a bad impression on Hasim. We should keep going with Rusty's thing, right? Your sister? We need to find your sister.
Yeah, let's continue and try to find Rusty's sister. I think this is a real good place to go to a commercial as we go to our longer break, which will be around 7 to 10 minutes.
Okay, we'll see everyone soon.
As we returned, having discussed nothing strange.
We were talking about CBT.
I don't
Make
know.
sure to Google it, kids. Anyway.
Let me just do that right now with the sound turned on.
Put it up on stream there. Speedrun stream cancel.
CBT?
Don't. Look it up.
Cognitive Behavioral Therapy? What is
Oh, for
that?
fuck's sake. Well, you'll definitely need that after you watch some CBT.
I still don't know what it is.
Sexual CBT.
Cock and ball torture, for fuck's sake.
Oh, you're into that?
Okay.
You say it like you haven't watched a Vine Sauce stream.
Casino Royale.
Okay. Well, there ain't no sausages here, as we see the party begin to make their way out into the desert. Hazim takes the first steps, moving out. He seems rather nonchalant as you all step out into what amounts to a ruined city swallowed by the sands. As you step out into the half-light of the ever-present dawn or dusk, hard to say which. Azim scans over the buildings. He's like, well, there's none of the malleables here. Oh yeah, take it in. Like, books behind you. It's your first time here. It's probably your first time seeing this.
Yeah, it's quite beautiful
Mm.
in its own way.
Our
Now,
Yeah, our
what
peoples
do you
might have
mean
built it.
malleables?
The things the Hateful Sun makes. We call them malleables because they can stick together and make bigger ones, and they're kind of like meat glue.
Are they constructed out of a humanoid subjected to the sunlight?
Anything biological.
You eat 'em?
Include-
Oh my.
Yeah, the only thing that ain't affected is plants, I think.
Out of the party bag, can I grab one of those really stinky pieces of leather that I took from like the third episode? That's like sleeping bags, and I'll
Uh-huh.
throw it over my shoulders as like maybe a guard from the sun.
It'll definitely help.
Yeah, I'm gonna try one of those.
Well, you don't need to be too careful. I can pop a shadow on us if we need be. As he peers down at you, Pinky.
Perhaps we should make a bit of haste towards the central palisade over there.
Oh, yeah, we don't need to worry too much. He doesn't come unless you say his name. He points at the sun.
Are there any tracks? Can we see any tracks anywhere?
Go ahead and make a survival roll.
Oh,
Hazim can do it if none of you are proficient.
Yeah, I'm not proficient.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
Hazim takes a knee and he's like looks over. I think this is hers. Smaller feet and some like my own. About a half dozen of them.
which way does it look like they're going? Like to the old ruins, or the canyons, or the dunes?
He nods. Same direction as the ruins and the canyons. I don't think they're heading towards Greenleaves, which might be good for Greenleaves.
Far away too, 50k.
Yeah, Greenleaves is a ways away. The ruins are 10 kilometers away. We're gonna come out of this cavern. He gestures at the enormous ceiling. And out there, we're gonna have to be careful out there. Whenever you're ready.
I trust you to lead the way.
Easier said than done. I know some passages through some cracked land. A river used to run through, or it runs through every once in a while, but it should be dry now. All sorts of things like the hiding there, though.
Don't
Keep out of the
take any
way of
risks.
the light.
If
yeah,
you're
with
on
that
You
shore-
said-
think it's
Yeah, he begins to lead on. If none of you stop him.
Do you think it's a bigger risk to face the sun as it is to go within some of these passages?
Scud just points at Pinky.
You see Hazim cringe, and he like looks at the horizon, and like slowly turns to look at it, and he just says, "Yeah, if you don't say that again, it might be."
If you say that
Oh.
words, that thing that you see in the sky,
Oh,
it seems to
you
be.
mean
No, no,
SUN?
no! Don't fuck with it.
Can we spell it out? Is that forbidden?
It doesn't help. I think he works based off intention.
Yeah, well,
Any
let's-
language seems to draw it.
Any way of
Let's call it-
renaming it.
Let's call it the moon.
That's still the intention would still be there. You'd just be giving it a different name.
Oh, you're being ridiculous.
No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't refer to it in any way. I think. Yes, is that correct, Hazim?
He just nods.
wouldn't-
It's lesser when you work in indirect, but if his attention isn't fixed on anything, then he like looks over again. Then it comes.
I'm with Milo. Why fuck with it? Like,
I mean, you would think that referring to it as it would
No, I
bring
mean like
its
just
attention to us.
not that, but like any of it.
Like for the first time, you see Hazim like go tense. He says, "Can you really stop?
Let's.
Please. Or else you're gonna have to wait on your sister if these lot don't stop." And he like looks at you, Rusty, because that thing will keep us penned in there for a few days if he really gets annoyed with us.
And in where?
Let's just stop fucking talking and go.
Points at the outpost. Yeah, and
All
Hazim
right,
begins to
let's
lead you all
go.
on. As you begin to walk through the place, it's a macabre sense of loneliness as you walk through a civilization that looked like it was doing well. Large, domed, almost mosque-like buildings with the passions painted across them, flaking in the dry breeze. Huge monoliths and obelisks built to decorate streets and boulevard. Only the tallest of the buildings appear to stick true as you see Hazim walk past it all without a second glance, like he's seen it 1,000 times. But it's certainly a marvel to take in as you see these huge marble and sandstone structures span the breadth of this huge canyon. You can see why the Drow would build it here. It's especially good for people that like to live in constant shade as he continues to tromp through. As he leads you all on, this proceeds for the next hour until you reach the outskirts of the city. At least you see no more buildings sticking free. As you come out into it, he gestures towards a large portion of salt flats, towards jagged outcroppings as he looks over. We need to make it to there, into that jagged heap of stone. If we can make it there, then we should be shielded. At least better than we would be out in the open.
What is in there?
All sorts of things. Some of the natives crawl in there. Some of the malleables fall in from time to time. They don't like it in the shade.
What are the risks?
Sand crawlers, spiders, malleables, raiders, a few other things, but they're less common.
This is the safe route.
He nods.
I don't like the sound of any of that.
Yeah. Normally we travel with a armored caravan, about 30 strong. Normally, it's not uncommon for someone to die on each trip.
Ah, well, that's reassuring.
There's only 5 of us.
Maybe
He
that's
nods.
good.
Yeah, that'll make us a bigger target.
Or a smaller one, if you think about it. Are there
You think
ways...
you can sneak through it? Okay.
There are no ways to do that?
There are. You just have to be good.
Ah.
He looks at all your armor.
Well, if we all keep close, I can at least guarantee that if we fall off the edge, we shouldn't be harmed.
He nods. It's mostly like a trench. It goes on for miles. It's mostly broken up by a river forming the valley, but it's the dry season. As he gestures at the almost tranquil, almost midnight-esque dunes spread across the area. I presume his sister went this way. If she also wanted to stay out of reach of our good friend in the sky.
If we're lucky, her and her mercs might have cleared the way for us.
True.
What if we try and be silent about our approach?
Fair. So long as nothing gets in our way, it's narrow down there.
Ain't got much choice.
With that said, yeah, he pulls free his bow and a few arrows he picked up from the room he was in, as he had fired all his arrows previously. So he says, well, let's lead on. Do you want me to take the lead still, or one of you?
No, I think you're better suited. Now, if we do encounter something, this dark cloud that you're able to summon, would you be able to do that still?
He nods.
Confuse the enemy.
Yeah, but we want protection from the sun.
There's a limit
So
to
the-
how
You just said
often
it.
you can do this.
You're not
You
supposed
just
to
said
say
it.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
He just sighs also. He's like, you got me in the habit of saying it now. See what you done?
You
He
see
looks-
how
he looks
easy
at
it is
Pinky.
to say it?
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's just forget about it. Let's all just try and be quiet.
Let's make for the canyon now, please, quick.
And concentrate.
Let's
He starts to march
concentrate.
towards it.
All right.
Are we going in quietly?
I think we should.
I'll try.
It's no harm in trying, right?
Ah.
Might as well.
A 9 as you begin to creep forward.
Ah, another 9.
9.
He is a +5.
Yeah, tree.
Oh no.
Fucking hell, precautions. You all begin to creep forward into the crevasse. You kick free loose stones, as I think some of you, in your haste to get away from the sun, begin to
Should we
move
call out
away.
our
Yeah,
Or-
Azim turns around to look at the rest of you, and like he scrapes a bunch of rocks himself. He's like, "Ah, shit, let's just get in."
Oh sh.
Az-
Starts running.
Hazim gets a 17, Milo gets a 9, Scud gets a 9, Rusty gets a natural 1 for a 3, Pinky gets a 13, Conan gets a 13, and
Azim's
Hazim gets another-
17. Yeah, Azim's 17 was a survival roll. The 7.
Oh,
net
it's a
1.
survival.
Yeah. Yeah. The net 1. This is probably the worst
Nat 1.
sneaking we've ever
Yeah.
done.
Very bad.
This is so bad.
Quickly!
Yeah. While this is all going on, yeah, you dislodge enough rocks that it rolls down and hits a semi big sized boulder as it falls down into the canyon. As you're all left wincing as you hear
Oh shit, not the butterfly effect.
Everybody run! Just trust me! Everybody run! I'll try and take care of it.
Gus starts running. Don't have to tell him twice.
I start teleporting forward.
Running's great and all, but they're gonna hear us the entire length of the canyon with that.
It's fine. Just keep going. I'll try and mitigate it.
So you're all running now? But aren't we gonna get split up? You two are a lot shorter.
I will, in the chaos, grab Conan and I will stick one of my tinkering objects to it. I'll do one of the sound effects. So let me just read through this because there's a lot of shit through the magical tinkering. But I believe I can throw one thing that makes a lot of noise onto Conan. Bestowing this property object, the recording can be no more than 6 seconds long. Continuously emits your choice of order nonverbal sounds, wind waves, chirping, or the like. So I'll do like a bell, the sound of a bell onto it, and I will, as Conan can only move 15 feet per round, I will definitely leave him behind and attempt to make him grab most of the attention as we make our way up.
As this echoes out and continues to echo, it roils up ahead of you as you hear it bouncing and cracking off the canyons as it vibrates ahead of you, announcing your arrival as you run into the canyons. So you're all running?
I think so.
I mean,
Hazim and Milo pull ahead quickly compared to the rest of you, as Rusty falls behind and the two short ones keep the middle ground as you continue
I
running.
keep up. I will half my weight so I have extra movement speed.
Sure. So, yeah, it's the little ones in the back. The rest of you running on. As you come running on, you see Hazim. Everybody says, fuck, they're gonna hear this. If there's anything in here.
they were gonna hear us regardless.
Yeah.
As you all come rushing through, coming round behind a rock, Hazim out in front, lets out a as he, like, recoils back in in fright. As I'd like everyone to roll initiative as a malleable leaps out from behind the shadow at him.
Oh no.
Yeah, as everyone rolls initiative, get these lovely creatures.
Hell yeah.
Man, I don't think I've ever rolled above a 10 on initiative.
Yeah, I mean, we're level 3. Come on.
They rolled a 7, so don't worry too much.
I will worry. I rolled a 5.
So what's like, where could I put Conan? Or is he not even on the battle map and aggroing shit?
He's not even on the map. You left him behind.
Okay. Is he at least aggroing shit?
At the mouth of the place, yeah, they'd be drawn in your direction. So yeah, they'd be coming like that. And any of them out on the desert.
Okay.
So let us begin the battle as they get surprise on you guys because you guys were running and you had a disadvantage on passive perception, which brings and this group is not the most perceptive on the best of days.
No.
So everyone gets their reactions back as the surprise round goes up.
Oh, I don't like this music. This usually means something bad.
Hades?
Everyone's reaction is skipped. The minor malleable comes swirling out behind the rocks as it lunges forward. It proceeds up and towards you guys as it tries to bite out at you. It is going to shoot its fleshy tendril out at Hazim as it's a squawk of fright. That thankfully misses as he leaps back away from it before it can grapple onto him. That is that one's go. The rest of them that are hiding in the rocks will act as they shimmy forth out of the sun.
There's
Around
more.
you guys.
Oh, you said it again.
Yeah, well, they're worshippers of the sun, so they say it a bunch.
No, you said it again.
And this one will go for Rusty because he keeps saying it. There we go. As they roll and tumble across the floor as the fleshy mounds come swirling towards you all. That is the rest of them. They have to dash. As the round resets, Scud, it is your go. They're coming at you.
Yeah, I will use my bonus action, Nimble Escape, to disengage. And I'm going to try and move to there, I think. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, and then I'll cast Bless at first level on Pinky, Scud, and Milo.
Mm-hmm.
So just within 30 feet of me. And that's my go.
Mm-hmm. That is you. Scud. And Mark's addiction to bless.
Well, I've only got first level spells.
True. There we go. Rusty. And anyone else? I believe that's it.
Pinky. There's Pinky and Milo, not Rusty.
Oh, Pinky.
Rusty doesn't get bust from Scud.
Oh, yeah. Your little tantrums. That is Scud. Milo, these flesh piles begin to roll out all around you as they coil forward, as they peer at you. They speak in these little voices as they go.
The Shadewalkers, they don't ordain below our blessed sun.
No, I don't like this. I'll go over here and I'll send out my boy, summon him over here. I will then attack the other one with a +2. I hope if Rusty's wearing or holding anything. 10 plus a d4. 15 total. Or
That hits as you shear down into it.
For
It
9.
like bisects open as it, like, a portion of it like sloughs aside.
Is it worth blasting? Going forward? Why not? I'll action surge. Surge! And I'll attack it again.
Yeah, you shear down into it, slicing off pieces like it's a piece of like ham. This just disgustingly falls apart. Those pieces then begin to like rejoin onto the mass flesh.
Are they regenerating somehow?
Not really. Portions of it do fall off and like turn like grey and just lie still.
Ah, okay.
But not all of it seems to die.
Sorry. Money summons. And I sent the other one out over yeah. And that's my go.
Pinky, as we return to you, it's kind of blocking your way as you see this fleshy mound and appendage tentacle reach out. As it's like,
The small one will join us.
Yeah, as I briefly look back, I will order Conan to spew out a jet of flame up into the air to maybe get their attention. And so that's my bonus action. As my action, I will dash and take the attack of opportunity. I will move around, so 5, 10.
hits
I'm
you?
a small creature.
as
Yes, that hit me.
hits into you, you manage to slip out. You manage to nearly make a pass, but it grabs at your leg and pulls you back in.
Ooh.
For 6 bludgeoning,
that?
as it crushes around your ankle.
And then I make an escape DC.
Yeah.
What's
Actually,
that?
You haven't dashed yet. We can just say you haven't dashed yet. DC is 12. Acrobatics or athletics.
I see.
So you won't be able to dash anymore.
Acrobatics. There we go.
Yeah, you managed to kick free of it as you kick off the slimy tentacle.
Hey, I made a I made a save.
Well done, buddy.
So that's 15
Thank
feet of
you.
movement. Your remaining movement without the dash now, because you have to use it to get free.
So that's 5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be able to go 20, 25, 30. I can get there. And then that's pretty much my entire movement. And my turn.
Yeah. Hazim will pull free his short sword and go, nah, get off of me, you meat patty. And like slices at him twice. The first one hits as he cuts into it for 9, shearing down the length of it as he slices off tentacles as it writhes and goes. Azim will skirt around that to there. That is his go. The malleables will act as they roll forward,
Fix it.
tumbling and grasping at the ground. This one will move out of the flank as they are not dumb. As it senses you surrounding it. Yeah, so the first one will attack at Hazim, as it cannot sense the demon. It hits as you hear Hazim go, "Nah!" as it crushes around them for 8. The one here will attack you, Milo.
Okay.
Or the ones beside you.
I fixed it and I totally clicked away the browser.
It misses Milo as it reaches out with an 8 as it
Yeah.
tries to crush around them. Then one will attack you, Scott.
Yep.
It crits you as it wraps up around you, shooting around your neck as it crushes down on your windpipe. For 15.
I'll use my reaction to hellish rebuke.
Ooh, nice.
If I bloody
You make a con save for bless.
that's con save.
Yeah, you're good.
16.
Sorry, yeah, and there's a hellish rebuke for. Oh, that's not hellish rebuke.
That's a healing word.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I would hail it.
We'll go with that for 7. There we go.
Ooh, that wasn't a great one.
DC 13 for
hits.
7.
As the fire burns into it, as it takes 7, as it crushes down and grapples Scud's
Grapples
neck.
me.
Yep. their attacks grapple. The last one will attack you, Pinky, as he trails after you. It's like,
Come back and
It's
feel
not in-
its embrace.
Oh, it's not interested in Conan.
no, they are blind.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. They do not have eyes. Rusty, that is disgusting. You see, as him cry out in pain behind you, along with Scud, as you hear him, like, choking. As Scud takes 15 damage, as he's not looking good, but...
That is not good.
yeah.
Yep, I think we're just gonna do what I was doing earlier. We'll get a Mind Sliver Flaming Sphere combo going. So Mind Sliver first on the one with me and Milo.
Mhm.
DC 13 Intelligence. I'm hoping it's dumb. Oh, it's not. Okay.
Yeah, they are not dumb, as nothing seems to happen. As it looks at you, it says,
You have a keen mind. You should join as an acolyte.
Oh,
We got a
you
19.
make me blush. I will come around here and I will summon Flaming Sphere and ram it in the butt. Hopefully it's not dexterous then.
it is not super dexterous as it burns into it, as meat begins to burn away. It smells amazing, which is horribly nauseating. It smells like the best cooked steak you've ever smelled. It smells like so appetizing. You just want to eat it.
I disagree.
Yeah, it almost seems to battle the visual nausea you get from just looking at these things. And that is Rusty. Scott, this is not good. He's choking you. How'd you proceed? Pinky tries to squirm by. He dodges his own, but you're having a lot less luck. As long with has him in the background.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to do an angelic form. So Scud's eyes flash blue, and again the silhouette of Nightingale expands out of him. Because I'm hoping, because I need temporary hit points. So
Please.
I'll still some temporary hit points. I'll just roll those quickly. And then I'm going to try and break this grapple by shooting him in the face with a force bolt, a celestial bolt, and I'm going to use my inspiration because I'm at
Sure,
range.
cancel out the disadvantage from melee.
So wish me luck, guys.
Luck.
Natural
This is-
one. Natural
straight
one.
by
No!
Yeah, I
the
think it
duality of
just
man.
chokes it. Yeah, it just chokes down on you harder as your hand you
Yeah.
flail desperately.
So I miss horribly, and that's my go.
And then that saucy, like, little crit down the other side. It's just taunting.
Yeah, yeah.
This could have been us.
Milo, that's all well and good, but you have your own problems to deal with, along with Hazim, as you look back towards Pinky and Scud.
Ooh. Yeah, they are in a pickle. Not quite a pickle yet. I'll move here, slash at this one.
Mhm.
Try to. Hold on, let me see if this works in.
Oh.
And
I wouldn't have made any difference.
That hits as you strike down and it's slicing off a cut of it.
Still not dead.
It's
Last.
still not dead. This one rolled very high on his hit points.
Oh.
He is not looking good, though, as most of the flesh attached to it is
Yeah.
no longer the supple red, but a dead, greyish
I'll move back over here.
rose color.
Like, leaning away from the fiery sphere that's sort of.
It smells delicious, which is nauseating.
That's my go.
Alright,
Huh?
calm down, Cronenberg.
Exactly, that is what they look like.
Pinky, you're gonna get Cronenberg like Scud. As you see it look at you, it says,
Join the maw in supplication to a god.
I will draconic cry as my bonus action. So you see Pinky point his chin up to the sky and go as he draconic cries in his own pathetic way. So everybody has advantage against these people until the end of my next turn. I will move back 5 feet. I'll take the attack of opportunity
It misses as the tendrils shoot out towards you.
with a 9. Yes. I will. I'll do a ray of frost. How about that?
They launch a ray in its gob that hits it as it freezes out the mouth as bits of flesh fall off of it, frozen.
That's it.
And that is that. Hazim hacks at it as he's like, No, you need to insult the guy directly. The problem is it draws his attention. As he begins hacking at it like with a machete, trying to get it off of him. He slices into it for another 8 as another portion is hewn off of it. 11 also hits. Just barely, as he takes another big stab into it, sending a spray of mints off of it. As he reduces it to nearly half its size in living flesh. That is Hazim. Unfortunately for Hazim, since it's got him grappled, it will make a psychic drain attack
Ooh.
on Hazim,
Ew.
who needs to make an intelligence save. As he go, "No!"
Uh-oh.
He manages to resist it. He
Whoa.
goes, "Ah!" As he gasps in pain, taking 2
For a
psychic
natural
damage.
20.
Is that an attack?
No.
It's an action they can
Okay.
do. It's not an attack.
Hmm.
The one by you, Scott, I'll do it on you.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Join us.
I was afraid of.
oh,
That is. Oh, I've got temporary hit points, so it's not the end of the
So
world.
much max
I'll get-
damage.
I'll give
And-
him
God bless,
my.
God bless.
yeah, you're good. You take half
Yeah.
for 4.
HP maximum is reduced by the amount equal to his
If you
damage.
if you fail. That is those minor malleables. This one will move up towards Pinky, and this one will go for Rusty.
Fuck you.
So one at Rusty first, misses as I think it shoots by him, hitting onto one of the rocks, and then the other one goes for you, Pinky. Also misses.
Was
As
Rusty
he managed to
attack?
skip away from it. Yeah, it
Rusty
attacks
got
Rusty.
attacked,
I would like to a sentinel.
Mhm.
I sentinel 9 damage for 22 to hit.
That kills it, you think, as you shear through it, it bisects it as its annoying voice goes quiet in your head.
Ah, by the passions, what the fuck is this?
That is all of the malleables. Rusty, thankfully Milo kills that thing as it continues to cook, literally like a meat patty.
I will move north a little bit. Here, get a bit of a better visual. I will mind sliver the one north of Pinky, harassing him. Actually, no, I won't, because he's got like good intelligence save. I will just firebolt it. I believe I have advantage on the attack.
Yeah. That
19
hits as
for
you
5
blast
damage.
into it for 5.
And then the flaming sphere comes alongside and rams it as well. It needs to make a dex save, please.
It rolls a 6, failing as it shrivels and
Oh,
scorches as it goes.
burn you. 7 more fire damage.
For 7 more. It's starting to look a bit cooked.
Back into these rocks here. That's it.
Scott, it's not helping. You feel it pulse in your mind as you take 4 psychic damage. As it tries to change you. You feel it intruding on your thoughts as the sun. He doesn't sound too bad. You feel
nice
this
and
like
warm, isn't he?
Oh,
Sun's
no.
nice and
Yeah.
warm. I like warm sun.
For a
But
brief
Scott shakes his
moment,
head.
you feel
He
that.
shakes his head, and then you hear from Nightingale's mouth as well in her voice. So they're saying, "My turn," and I'm going to use a hero point, my only hero point, and
Uh-huh.
I think the
+1.
yep, and
I'll give him my inspiration.
oh okay, and I'm going to try and force bolt this guy again with my celestial blast. So +1 and inspiration, so advantage. Oh come on. So
Thank-
that's it's
goodness.
13. It's 13.
Yeah. An
Like, 'cause
11 does hit it as you hit it for
Cool.
13. for 9 as it blasts into it, launching it back as it smacks off the canyon wall.
And it has to make a wisdom save, DC 13, if it will be frightened, maybe.
These can be frightened.
Yes!
You are a shadow! A shadow!
It means it can't move.
Shrivel.
Means it can't move towards me until the end of its next turn. So that's good.
That was a 7 for the wisdom save.
I
Any
can't
movement, Scott?
disengage.
As you are freed.
I've got a bonus action. I could disengage. No, I'm going to stand with Pinky. I'm going to stand with Pinky. No, it's cool.
No, it's all right. Do it. Run.
I cast Healing Word on myself, though.
Get flanking with Pinky. End your turn.
I will. It's like 1d4. Is that all I get? Like 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier. So, sorry, I don't know why I didn't roll the thing.
Yeah, you'll move there, Scott.
Yeah.
5, and you end your go.
Yeah, I'll move around to here and then end my go. Oh no!
As you end your go next to the flame.
No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, because I will go on I can't flank then. I don't think.
No, you can't. That's why I told you to.
I mean, if I move some way, then yeah you could.
Just step there, Pinky, and then you can help him flank.
As long as I don't end my go there, then
I
I'm
move?
fine.
If you step into a flaming sphere, you instantly take the damage, and there's no save.
But I don't have to end my go if I.
I'm
just saying.
It's fine. Scott can go there, and you can do diagonal, then move.
Exactly.
Milo, it is your go while you watch on, while you see them do mental gymnastics to flank this thing.
This isn't that complicated. As he just starts running, I'll use my inspiration and try to slash it. Well, I have +2, but I don't want to roll a 1. That's the thing, and I feel it coming. See? I still have a +2.
Misses.
With a +2, didn't 11 hit earlier?
Oh, you have. Oh yeah, the flanking. Yeah, that
Yeah.
hits as you shear down into it.
Not great though. And
You
then
can't go there. You can't go there, Scott. It's on a rock.
Oh, okay.
then I don't
He's
have
a small creature.
Then I don't have the +2. But then I still have the.
Yeah, but he has to climb. He has to climb on
You've
top
got
of
bless.
the rock.
You've got bless.
I still would have hit.
Yeah,
I still would have
bless.
hit.
Yeah,
Then I can't unleash anymore.
for 8.
I don't end my turn here. I actually switch places with
Action
my
surge,
echo.
right?
I already used my action surge.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll zap the echo gets zapped. My turn here.
Yeah, it burns to cinders next to the flaming sphere. Pinky, and it's kind of hot here. As this thing squirms as you see Milo disappear and his echo burn up in his place.
I will move 5 feet this way. I'll take the attack of opportunity.
He'll take it. Misses.
Yeah, 9 misses. I will Ray of Frost.
This is with advantage. I believe this is the last advantage attack. That
Nice,
shoots
24.
into it for 3.
For 3 cold damage. I'm gonna move here for 30, and that's my go.
Yeah. Hazim, nonchalantly as he ever is, says, "There's a way to it. You just gotta cut him real good." As he hits it for 23 and 25 with a +2 from Milo's flanking as he hacks and slices into it. And he's like, "Get off!" And with the second stab, he bisects it and then just hacks it into sashimi, basically. He's like, "There, see?" Oh, he looks at Scud. Has his own problems to deal with.
Oh.
Please save him.
Yeah, Azim will move over.
We're all done now, right, guys? We can move on.
Well, Scud's been nice to him, so Azim's not going to leave him. He'll move there. He's like, "Oh, that ball of fire's hot." As the malleables will continue to attack. Well, the one here will continue to attack Scud.
Yeah.
Misses thankfully. And it's just like, It just like
Natural
looks at
one.
the ball of fire.
As goes heretic, impure.
Is it like just like looks at, well, with its non-eyes, it just swivels to peer at the orb if it did have eyes. It'll swivel around to get out of the burning. The other one Can't move, so it'll just roil in place. Rusty, it is your go.
I'd be scared of it. It's just a smaller version of he who shall not be named. Flaming sphere. I guess I'll get it in that way, and then ram the one that's already injured though.
Mm-hmm. It rolls a 16, this time dodging.
So half of 3. So
For 1
fire
damage.
But I will follow it up with a firebolt and try to do some more fire damage.
That hits
10.
it as you burn at the hamburger.
Nice. I am the best. I will.
That is
move
Rusty,
this
because
way.
screw wizards and bonus actions until later levels.
Well, that's why I got the flaming sphere.
Yeah, true.
Quick terrain question: is that going down or up?
Yeah, I was gonna, that's a shame.
All of them are going. All of them are going up, apart from the one to your south.
Okay, well, I will try and hit it again anyway, because that seems like a good thing to do. So yeah, again, fire another celestial blast at it. For
That
15
hits for
to
6.
And then I will start running this way. Hit him again!
Milo, you look on as you see Scud running the opposite direction along with Rusty as the ball of fire burns at one.
Let me see. Okay. So
Oh,
I
he
can
needs to make a
actually,
wisdom save again. Sorry.
I can actually do this. I can summon the echo 15 feet away. And then it can travel. I can travel 15 foot. If it travels here, then I can hit it from the echo's position. As long as I don't stay as long more than 30 feet. Yeah, that's still 30 feet. Okay, I can make that. I'll try to slash that with my echo two-handed, since I'm not in any danger. That's a 13 for 14 for 13. I also get
How'd you kill it?
Oh,
the echo just flies into it, and you see it like warble as the flesh starts like it just bursts all of a sudden as you see the demon stand inside of it, sort of smiling brightly as he looks at the flames, the flaming sphere. He didn't like points at it with his finger, and he just disappears again.
As that ends combat. As has him look about. I'm guessing your sister must have been through here. Normally there's a lot more, and there's the big ones. That was lucky.
that was lucky.
Yeah. Normally they're like that big. And he points at the old, decrepit tree that spans about like 15 feet high. Yeah, normally they're about that big.
Binky runs over to the mouth of the canyon and goes, come on, Conan. Please come.
Yeah, like a dog, it like scurries after Binky. He says, we should keep going. Mordem will probably hear that. As the party begins running through the canyon and towards these ruins, we will end today's session there.